My name is Margaret. I'm 97 years old. I live alone in a small house in Oregon, in the same place where I've lived for nearly 60 decades. And last night I slept 8 hours straight, without waking up even once. For the 12 years before that, I didn't sleep. Every night, 3, 4, sometimes 5 times, I would wake up in the dark, walk across the cold floor, come back, lie there with my eyes open, listening to the silence, thinking this would last forever, that this is what aging meant, that I just had to accept it. Now I'm going to tell you something that none of the 7 doctors I saw ever told me. In 8 out of 10 cases, your bladder is fine. It was never the problem, not from the beginning. All the pills, supplements, expensive drops and special teas were aimed in the wrong direction. I lost 12 years and money I didn't need to spend, until I finally understood where the real cause was. And in 3 months, I did what 7 doctors couldn't do in 12 years. But that's only half the story, because the second half matters even more. It all started when I was 82. Before that, I slept like a rock. My husband John used to joke that I could fall asleep in the middle of a conversation, and he wasn't far off. Sleep was something natural to me, like breathing, like the smell of pine trees drifting in through the window in the morning. And then, one October night, I woke up at 2:30 with that pressure in my lower abdomen, urgent, impossible to ignore. I went to the bathroom, came back, closed my eyes, and told myself, just once, it happens to everyone. But it wasn't just once. 6 months later, it was twice. By 84, 3 times. By 87, I almost stopped sleeping entirely. I would fall asleep at 10, wake at midnight, then at 2, then at 4:30. By 6 in the morning, I dragged myself out of bed, feeling like I hadn't slept in a bed at all, but on stone. The exhaustion was different, deeper than muscles, deeper than bones, reaching into the will to live. I became irritable. I had never been an irritable woman. I mixed up words. I forgot whether I had turned off the stove. Small things. But small things are the first cracks in the foundation. My daughter Emily started calling me with that careful tone in her voice. I recognized it immediately, because I used the same tone with my own mother when I was in my 40s. It means someone has already made a quiet decision about you. They just don't know how to say it yet. I went to a doctor. He checked my bladder, my kidneys, gave me a pamphlet about overactive bladder, and prescribed medication that made my mouth feel like dry paper. 3 weeks passed, and nothing changed. I went to a specialist, a kind, attentive man. At the end, he said a sentence I had heard so many times I could have said it myself. At your age, this is completely normal. We can manage it. Not fix it. Manage it. I was driving home, stopped at a red light, and suddenly realized I was crying. Not loudly, just quietly, without even noticing when it started. I was 87 years old, and they were telling me the rest of my life would be about managing symptoms. I had a friend, Helen, 43 years of friendship. She was an accountant, precise, organized, never complained. That matters. When she turned 88, the night waking started for her too. She did everything right, stopped drinking water after 5, took supplements, saw specialists, adjusted her medications. 3 years later, she moved into assisted living, not because she fell, not because something serious was found, but because she was so exhausted from years of broken sleep that she no longer felt safe living alone. I visited her every week. The last time I held her hand, she looked at me and said, "Margaret, I never understood why my body stopped listening to me." I couldn't answer her, because at that time I didn't know either. If what I'm describing sounds familiar, if you or someone close to you is going through this right now, write it in the comments. One word, one line. You'll be surprised how many people feel the same. And if you want someone else to find this, share it. When I finally found the answer, I wanted to call Helen and tell her it was your legs, your heart, gravity, and what happens when you lie down. It was never your bladder. During the day, we're upright, and gravity pulls fluid into the legs. As we age, the valves in our veins weaken, and the fluid stays in the tissues. When you lie down, everything flows back into the bloodstream. Your heart detects the excess, your kidneys respond, and you wake up at night. That's why drinking less water doesn't help. The fluid is already inside. That's why supplements didn't work. The issue were the veins. Salt holds fluid in your tissues, and evening wine blocks the hormone that slows the kidneys at night. No one told us this, not once. So this is what I did. Every evening, about 90 minutes before bed, I lie down and raise my legs above heart level for about 20 minutes. The fluid returns while I'm still awake. I go to the bathroom before sleep and avoid waking up at night. Every morning, I do 30 simple calf raises to activate circulation. I reduced salt, stopped eating certain foods late in the day, and added gentle exercises before bed. In less than a week, I noticed a difference. In a month, I woke up once instead of 3 times. In 3 months, I slept through the night. I was 89. But the most important part wasn't that. The routine fixed my body, but something else fixed my life. After John passed away, I felt an emptiness. I would wake up asking myself why I should get up at all, not as a cry, but as a quiet calculation. One evening, my granddaughter called. She was studying for a nursing exam. I helped her for 2 hours. At the end, she laughed and said, "Grandma, you should have been a teacher." The next morning, I got up without asking why, for the first time in a long time. That changed everything. I started helping children with reading. Then I began calling people who were lonely. Now I call several people every week and write real letters by hand. My body didn't get younger, but this is what keeps me here. I've seen strong people fade after losing purpose. The body follows the soul. Your body is not betraying you. It's sending signals. You need honesty, patience, and help someone else. Call one person this week. Write one letter. Give 1 hour of your time. Purpose changes your internal chemistry. The healthcare system manages symptoms, but it doesn't always treat the cause. The real question is, what is truly causing this? And the answer can almost always be changed with small, consistent actions. My name is Margaret. I'm 97 years old. Last night, I slept 8 hours. This morning, I got up, did my exercises, made coffee, and told you all this, because Helen never got her answer, and you still can.